All right, you guys, happy Monday. Erica Kirk, man, she really is just the moment. The speech that she gave, everybody was just wowed by her.
Something is happening behind the scenes that almost no one is talking about. Candace Owens just accused Erica Kirk, the widow of conservative figure Charlie Kirk, of being involved in his shocking and mysterious death. At first, Erica was seen as a grieving wife. But now, millions of people are starting to wonder if she's hiding something far darker. In this video, we're going to break down exactly what Candace Owens said, the wild rumors about private jets and cover-ups, and the unsettling reactions from Charlie's own friends and family. Trust me, you're going to want to watch this to the very end because the twists just keep coming. Before we dive in, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of the shocking updates we're covering. Every week we bring you the stories no one else dares to talk about, and you don't want to be left behind when the truth finally comes out. The official story sounded simple enough. Charlie Kirk, a rising conservative powerhouse, suddenly lost his life. Tributes poured in from across the country. Politicians, activists, and everyday Americans mourned his passing. And front and center through it all was Erica, his wife, with her Bible in hand and grief written across her face. For weeks, that's how the narrative stayed. Erica as the heartbroken widow and Charlie as the fallen warrior of conservative politics. But in today's world, official stories rarely go unquestioned. And in this case, it took just one voice to turn everything upside down. Enter Candace Owens. Known for her sharp takes and controversial statements, Candace is no stranger to making headlines. But this time, she wasn't just talking about politics. She was pointing her finger directly at Erica Kirk. Run off kind of like for a Kirk. It started subtly. Comments about inconsistencies, whispers about things that didn't quite add up. But within days, her tone hardened. She outright accused Erica of knowing more than she was letting on. According to Candace, Erica's behavior didn't match that of a woman truly broken by grief. Instead, it seemed almost rehearsed. Run off kind of like for Candace and said that. Everything changed. What had once been whispers in dark corners of the internet suddenly exploded into the mainstream. Then came the bombshell. On September 18th, Candace Owens took to Instagram and made one of her most shocking claims yet, that the FBI was covering up the real story behind Charlie Kirk's death. She used words like publicly executed and insisted there was no other explanation. Run off kind of like for Candace. What went overnight, hashtags like Justice for Charlie and Expose the Truth began trending. Comment sections flooded with speculation. Was Charlie silenced because of his political influence? And if so, why wasn't Erica pushing for answers? Instead of demanding justice, she seemed strangely passive, almost detached. And in the eyes of many, that was a red flag. Crick the beat contrickets. Quick pause here if you're finding this breakdown eye-opening so far. Hit the like button right now. It helps more people see the story, and it lets me know you want deeper dives like this one. All right, back to the story. As if the story wasn't dramatic enough, rumors about a mysterious private jet took the internet by storm. According to students at Utah Valley University, just 1 hour after Charlie was shot, a jet took off from Provo Airport. The odd part? Mid-flight, its tracking system, the ADS-B transponder, was switched off. For aviation experts, that's not normal. In fact, it's highly suspicious. Planes don't just disappear from radar unless someone doesn't want them tracked. Candace Owens seized on the rumor, blasting it out to her millions of followers. She even posted a screenshot of what she claimed was an aviation insider, confirming that the plane's behavior was unusual. Was this a getaway jet? A transport for someone fleeing the scene? Or just another coincidence in a case already packed with mysteries? To Candace's followers, it was anything but coincidence. And once again, all eyes turned back to Erica. Through it all, Erica Kirk stayed quiet. Days turned into weeks, and she barely posted a word online. When she finally did release a statement, people expected emotion, personal stories, or at least some sense of raw humanity. Instead, what they got was a polished message filled with faith-based platitudes. She spoke of forgiveness, of moving forward, of trusting God's plan. But there was no vulnerability, no detail about her relationship with Charlie, no glimpse into her heartbreak. For supporters, it was a sign of strength. For critics, it was cold, calculated, and deeply suspicious. And in the world of social media, suspicion spreads faster than facts. The tension exploded when Charlie's funeral took place. Thousands showed up. Political elites, media personalities, even Tucker Carlson. But one person was conspicuously missing, Candace Owens. She wasn't invited. According to her, Erica and Turning Point USA insiders deliberately kept her away to silence her questions. That revelation caused chaos online. Suddenly, hashtag shifted from Justice for Charlie to Erica exposed. Candace doubled down, insisting that her absence was proof that Erica was hiding something. And whether you agreed with her or not, it added gasoline to an already raging fire. And then came the whispers that shocked everyone. Rumors that Charlie's own parents were quietly questioning Erica. At first, they stood by her, defending their daughter-in-law as she faced the storm. But according to insiders, doubts began to creep in. Some claimed they noticed Erica's distant demeanor. Others said her feud with Candace raised questions about what she might be afraid of. For parents who just lost their son, the very thought must have been unbearable. Still, the whispers grew louder. If Charlie's own family wasn't sure about Erica, how could the public trust her? By the way, if you're still with me here at this point, thank you. That means you're one of the people who actually wants the whole story instead of just the headlines. If that's you, hit subscribe right now so you don't miss what's coming next. Trumpodency eventually Erica stepped in front of cameras for a nationally televised interview. Dressed in black, she sat stiffly, her answers carefully worded. She talked about faith, forgiveness, and legacy. But when asked directly about the rumors about whether she was hiding something, her response sent chills through viewers. "I forgive those who spread lies," she said. "My conscience is clear." Supporters called it brave. Critics called it evasive. And Candace? She wasted no time tearing the interview apart, claiming it was nothing more than scripted damage control. Even more shocking, she hinted at having financial documents tying Erica to suspicious activity. She didn't release them, at least not yet, but the tease was enough to send speculation spiraling once again. Just when it seemed like the internet had fully turned against Erica, Pastor Rob McCoy, a longtime friend of Charlie's, stepped forward. He delivered a fiery defense of Erica, accusing Candace of exploiting tragedy for attention. According to him, Charlie would never have treated Candace this way, even if the roles were reversed. The statement was powerful, but instead of calming things down, it made Candace fight even harder. She doubled down, vowing to release more evidence and daring anyone to stop her. At this point, the story stopped being just about Charlie's death. It had evolved into a battle for his legacy. Erica stood as the grieving widow, framing herself as the faithful survivor of unimaginable loss. Candace positioned herself as the fearless truth-teller, willing to burn bridges in the pursuit of justice. Donors, politicians, and conservative influencers began taking sides. Some saw Candace as reckless. Others saw Erica as manipulative. And the question of what really happened to Charlie remained as murky as ever. In the weeks leading up to his death, Charlie's behavior reportedly began to shift. Friends say he looked tired, distracted, and unusually anxious during meetings. Some even recalled him canceling appearances at the last minute, something he rarely did. Even more suspicious were his social media posts. Followers noticed a sudden change in tone. His usual fiery energy gave way to cryptic messages about loyalty, betrayal, and trust. One post in particular sparked speculation after the fact. "It's not enemies you need to worry about. It's the one standing closest. Was it a warning? A coincidence? Or could Charlie have sensed something coming?" Transparency is transparent in the vertrutter qualities is on the Germola Tuesday Grimuse or Kings of the because not some whereas why there's a he's impound. It's about Froth Tov in the WLP 140 Bombshell. Rumors began circulating online that Erica stood to gain a substantial payout from a life insurance policy, one reportedly worth millions. Though no documents have been released publicly, skeptics immediately saw motive. Was Erica's faith-filled composure genuine, or was it the calm of someone who had just secured financial stability? Or adding fuel to the fire, Candace hinted at financial irregularities. She claimed tied Erica to suspicious activity. She didn't reveal the details, but simply teasing the possibility was enough to ignite days of speculation online. While the public saw a polished couple, insiders painted a different picture. Reports began emerging of frequent arguments, tension at home, and long stretches where Charlie and Erica were distant. Some claimed Charlie confided in close friends about marital strain. Others pointed to Erica's aloof demeanor at public events, describing her as detached from her husband's political mission. Of course, none of these accounts can be confirmed. But in the court of public opinion, perception is everything. And the perception was increasingly shifting against Erica. The internet did what the internet always does. It turned speculation into a wildfire. Clips of Candace's accusations went viral on TikTok, racking up millions of views in hours. On Twitter, threads dissected Erica's every public photo, analyzing facial expressions, body language, even the way she held her hands. Meme accounts weaponized the rumors, while political commentators chose sides. Some demanded proof from Candace, while others insisted Erica had already shown enough red flags to be considered guilty in the court of public opinion. Quick pause here. If you're still following the story this deep in, hit like right now. It helps the channel massively and shows me you value long-form breakdowns instead of surface-level sound bites. But not everyone buys Candace's narrative. Critics argue she has just as much to gain from the controversy as Erica. By putting herself at the center of the storm, she secures attention, headlines, and relevance in a crowded political space. Some even speculate her accusations could be personal. After all, her falling out with Turning Point insiders was no secret. Could this be less about justice for Charlie and more about settling old scores? Whether true or not, this framing adds another layer to the drama. If both Erica and Candace have something to gain, who can the public really trust? After all the claims, counterclaims, and speculation, several key questions remain unanswered. Why did Charlie's behavior change so drastically in his final days? What exactly was on that mysterious private jet? Is there really a financial motive tied to Erica, or are those just rumors? And perhaps most importantly, why hasn't any solid evidence surfaced despite all the noise? These questions linger, keeping the conspiracy alive and ensuring that the story won't fade anytime soon. And that's where we are today. Was Charlie Kirk silenced by powerful forces? Was Erica just a grieving widow caught in the crossfire? Or is Candace Owens right that the truth is darker, deeper, and being deliberately covered up? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one, and if you found this breakdown as shocking as I did, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends so they can see the story for themselves. Because this isn't over. More rumors, more revelations, and maybe even hard evidence are still to come. And when they do, we'll be right here to break it all down for you. So stay tuned, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.